Hello, everyone. Welcome to a rare Friday evening edition of Boxing Time TV. But you know what? I'm just trying to get all these fights in as the year's beginning. So this station is just packed with content, and you can be like, oh, wait a minute. I want to see a simulation of this bout. Man, I'd really like to see that fight. Wait a minute. Let's check Boxing Time TV and see if it's there. And hopefully it will be well beforehand. Hey, my motto is Boxing Time TV. Why wait? Watch it now. So yeah, tonight we have a very good fight. I think a fight that's going to be a pretty entertaining bout. Barn burner between Danny Garcia and Brandon Rios. Danny Garcia is 29. Brandon Rios is 31, as I'm seeing here. And as we have here, they're the same height. They're both 5'8". They're both welterweights, 147. Same reach, 68 centimeters, or yeah, 68 centimeters. Or inches, or I've never really fully understood that. It says centimeters here, but I guess what I've always heard is your wingspan is as tall as you really are. As you can see, I'm not that smart on this. Danny Garcia has 33 wins, 1 loss. That 1 loss to Keith Thurman. He deserved that loss. He started slow and never caught up. Brandon Rios, 34 fights, 3 losses. Lost to Manny Pacquiao, a loss to Mike Alvarado, and a loss to Timothy Bradley Jr. So let's just get right to this. About scheduled for 12 rounds, 3-minute rounds, 10-point must scoring system, no mandatory 8 count, 3 knockdown rule waived. And my name is Evan Jacobs. Oh wait, sorry, I need to go in and fix this. Kind of a rookie move on my part. Okay, so we're going to change the fight mode. Okay, now we're going to see this. My name is Evan Jacobs. As you can see, I'm not very prepared. You can find me on Instagram. My handle is Boxing Time with Evan, and basically, please like, comment, and subscribe to these videos. Please tell your friends about them. There's a lot that we want to get to. There's a lot that we want to do. Like I said, I want to make this place the hub for simulated fights. I think this content is unique. I don't know of too many people that are doing something like this where they just set up the fighters. I get the information off the internet, mainly BoxRec. God bless BoxRec. Makes it very easy. But, you know, sometimes I have to go to other sources. So right now we're watching Danny Garcia on the left side of the screen take on Brandon Rios. And Rios is doing pretty good in the center of the ring. Danny Garcia not being as aggressive as I thought that he would be. He's kind of, you know, content to jab. And that's kind of going to be his way. I think for him, he's going to want to just bust Brandon Rios up. Take a decision, or, you know, a stoppage if it comes to him. I think Brandon Rios is going to force the action. I think it's going to make this an entertaining fight. And I'm not going to lie, I think Danny Garcia is going to beat Brandon Rios, and I might be proven wrong. But I think both these fighters hit hard. And, you know, even though I think Brandon Rios has a better knockout percentage, I think Danny Garcia overall has fought the better fighters. I mean, as I'm looking over here, I'm looking at just the list of people who Brandon Rios has fought. No names really sticking out to me until you get to the later points of his career, or like where he is right now, which, you know, the Mike Alvarados, the Manny Pacquiaos, the Timothy Bradleys, Aaron Herrera, and now, of course, the illustrious Danny Garcia. Garcia, you know, really kind of being economical with his punches, showing good defense, but also showing a lot of control and a lot of poise in there. You know, which for me, and that's the problem I think with the whole PBC thing. That's the problem I think today with a lot of stuff in boxing. Is you have social media. Everybody wants to be Floyd Mayweather. Everybody, and so people aren't fighting as much. You know, the only guy that's really fighting a lot, to be honest, is Vasyl Lomachenko. And a lot of people might disagree with me. But I mean, he's the only top tier guy that's constantly fighting. And that's the thing. I think Bob Arum has a really smart idea with the whole ESPN thing. I think it's going to do good things. And I mean, you have Danny Garcia. He fights once or twice a year. And I mean, and the same with Keith Thurman. So it's like the PBC's trying to build these fighters and stuff like that, and they have all this capital with which to do it. But where's the return on that investment if the fighter's not busy enough and they're not a marquee fighter that's going to, you know, be doing pay-per-views? I mean, this fight, Danny Garcia versus Brandon Rios, is not going to be on pay-per-view. In fact, I'll do some facts and info checking as this thing goes on. Sort of a quiet round between these guys. I could see it maybe being even on some of the judges' scorecards. Let's go right now. So even on one judge's scorecard, one judge giving it to Danny Garcia, another judge giving it to Brandon Rios. So that is a push, and it's 29-20-29. And then they are jabbing with each other now. Sorry, as I go to Google, I see you start reading about a potential war with North Korea, and I know that this is boxing time. I don't want to get too political. I will just say this: I think we would all agree. I don't want us to go to war. I certainly don't want us to have a nuclear war. Garcia, Rios, and let's see what happens if I put NBC. Yeah, that's going to be. Hold on, let's see, and that's the thing. I'm looking them up on Google right now. Hey PBC, I put Garcia Rios in here, and a professor for Time Magazine comes up. So these guys are trading pretty well in the center ring right now. Brandon Rios just missing before that with an uppercut, but both these guys are landing well. And I think this is going to be the kind of thing where Rios is going to be competitive for the first few rounds, but ultimately Danny Garcia is going to kind of take him out with counterpunching like that. And yeah, this bout is going to be it's going to be February 17th to 2018, and it is going to be, as I'm seeing it, let's see where this is airing or where it's airing on. It's going to be the main event. Oh, it's going to be on Showtime. And so I mean that's good. That's good that it's on Showtime and whatnot, but I mean, I just don't know that any of that goes to making either. Oh, Danny Garcia getting clocked by Brandon Rios. Wow, very, very interesting things happening here. Can Brandon Rios keep that up? Danny Garcia has shown nothing, if not a good chin. So we'll see what happens here. But Brandon Rios landing hard on him and going to the body. And I mean, that's the thing, is that Danny Garcia is going to want to start opening up a little bit more as Brandon Rios is showing that he's heavy-handed, that he's come to fight. And Danny Garcia's last bout, in which he lost to Keith Thurman, was March 2017. So he's almost a year off. And I mean, Brandon Rios, his last bout, I won't do that anymore. Brandon Rios' last bout versus Aaron Herrera was in June, so he's been a little bit busier. But yeah, wow, this is going to be really, really interesting. Oh, and Brandon Rios popping him right here. But now Danny Garcia getting that left hand going. And yeah, this is the kind of thing, this is the fight that Brandon Rios wants. That Brandon Rios wants. He wants it to be a slugfest, and he ultimately wants to, catch Danny Garcia in that kind of a fight. So let's see what the judges say. 2 rounds into this simulated bout. Danny Garcia versus Brandon Rios. My name is Evan Jacobs. You're watching Boxing Time TV. Again, it's even. So it's 58-58 after the first 2 rounds. And at some point, one of these guys is going to pull ahead. We'll see what happens. Oh, Danny Garcia coming out with a body shot and with a left hand. He's trying to make a statement. He knows that he has a live opponent in front of him tonight in Brandon Rios. And yeah, this is a very, very interesting fight, and I like what I'm seeing from both fighters. I knew that this was going to be entertaining. I knew that both these guys were just going to come, and I'll be honest, I don't think that we see a decision here. I could be wrong, but this is one of those fights where, it's for the first few rounds, it's going to look like it's anyone's fight. But I think Danny Garcia is slowly going to start settling in. He's going to the body. He ultimately, I think, has more technical tools than Brandon Rios, although Brandon Rios is a very good fighter, very, very tough fighter. And so we'll see. But who knows? Maybe the layoffs hurt Danny Garcia, and this is the right moment. I mean, both in this simulation and in real life. My friend Knockout News, at Knockout News, he said, hey, what if a really motivated, in-shape Brandon Rios shows up and Danny Garcia's been off for a year? So we're going to have to see. Oh, wow. And Brandon Rios tagging Danny Garcia. And that's the thing. Brandon Rios, he's in this fight as long as he can catch Danny Garcia. So yeah, he's jabbing now. He's jabbing now. There's very interesting things happening now as we move into the final minute of the third round. Oh, and a right hand landed by Danny Garcia to the head of Brandon Rios. Just a really entertaining bout. Just a very entertaining so far. Both guys. Oh, but look at Danny Garcia going to the body of Brandon Rios, taking a page out of Timothy Bradley's book. That's how Bradley stopped Brandon Rios. Oh, and now Garcia going upstairs. He's landing some hard shots. You know, and Brandon Rios, that's the one thing. That's a really good thing about this matchup. Brandon Rios is really going to make Danny Garcia ask himself, how much do I want this bout? How much do I want to be a marquee fighter in this division? Because Danny Garcia's got to be more active. Started off and he was a fire plug and he was beating guys and I mean, you know, he beat Eric Morales. He really, you know, here I'll go on my deal here on my phone because it's one of those things. He really you know, he beat Eric Morales, and then from there he beat Amir Khan. So, you know, so he beats Eric Morales. He beats Amir Khan. He beats Eric Morales again. He then goes 12 Azab Judah. He takes a unanimous decision over Lucas Matisse in a bout that no one really thought, a lot of people thought he was going to lose. Rios is cut now over his eyes. Danny Garcia winning that round, taking it. Let's see what Brandon Rios does in this round. Danny Garcia taking that round on all the judges' scorecards. The bout's now 88-85. Once again, my name is Evan Jacobs. You are watching Boxing Time TV. Please find me on Instagram, Boxing Time with Evan. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share these videos. I think this, you know, like I said, I want to make this place the hub. And I thank you very much for watching. If there's fights that you want to see, email me, direct message me. Someone wants to see Lomachenko versus Floyd Mayweather, and I'm going to make it for him. And I'm going to do that in, I want to say I'm going to do the Linares Gesta bout, and then I'm going to do Lomachenko Mayweather. So, yeah, we're just going to get right to it. And Danny Garcia just landing hard on Brandon Rios. And he's going to ask a lot of Brandon Rios now. Brandon Rios is probably going to ask a lot of him. So, yeah, I mean, as you can see, Danny Garcia, you know, really strong, really good fighter. He just needs to be more active. And, you know, fighting the Paul Malinagis of the world is, you know, the Rod Solkas, although Paul Malignaggi well above Rod Solka. I'm not trying to diss Paulie Malignaggi. I'm just bringing light to the point that I just feel that Danny Garcia needs to be more active. There's more that he needs to do in his career to be the marquee fighter, and you know, because there's many good fights to be made for him. And he's doing really well right now against Brandon Rios. He's fighting well on the inside. Seems to have found his stride, mixing body shots in with straight punches. Oh, what an uppercut landed by Brandon Rios. Wow. Oh, but Brandon Rios comes back with some hard lefts. He's cranking it up. Brandon Rios, you know, he doesn't want to let the cut. He doesn't want to let that get in his way. But at the same time, it's something that has to be on his mind as we move into the final minute of this, the fourth round. Oh, Danny Garcia coming in with an uppercut. Pops him again with a right hand. But now Brandon Rios. Oh, 2 shots from Brandon Rios. This is a pure 6 brawls. The audience is going to love this. A really good simulation. A really entertaining simulation as Danny Garcia and Brandon Rios continue to go head to head in this welterweight matchup. Oh, another hard right hand from Brandon Rios. Can he keep it up? Is he blowing his wad right here? Is Danny Garcia drawing him out? But Danny Garcia then going to the body and taking something out of Brandon Rios. What an incredible fight. What an interesting fight. And I'm saying everything that I thought that it would be on Boxing Time TV. All right, so we're moving into the final seconds of this, the fourth round, and let's see, did Brandon Rios come back? Now Rios has a gash over his eye. Danny Garcia is setting the table to score a stoppage. It would be very impressive if he were to stop Brandon Rios this early. And that's the way that this thing is going to work. This game does not care if a guy is cut and bloody, and Brandon Rios knows that he has that cut. He's coming out. He's going for broke. And Danny Garcia takes some shots. He's trying to get back behind his defense. These two fighters, and look at that. Look at that, Danny Garcia jabbing, trying to keep Brandon Rios at bay, trying to get distance, going to the body now, taking the sab out of his punch. It's 2 hard body shots. Danny Garcia taking a lot of shots, but taking them well against Brandon Rios. Sure, we'd like to see better defense, but man, this is an entertaining bout, and it's the kind of bout that you know, and a left hand sets it up, and Brandon Rios is wobbled. Oh man, Danny Garcia really coming on now. He took that round, and he moves Brandon Rios to the ropes. He goes to the body. He hits him with a left hand. Man, Danny Garcia looking to close the show here with a volley with a volley of punches. Oh, right hand. Oh, another right hand. Another right hand. We're in the fifth round, and Brandon Rios isn't fighting back the way that he was. And sure, Danny Garcia has to be careful because Brandon Rios coming off the ropes can be very, very dangerous. But it seems like right now, Danny Garcia has Brandon Rios right where he wants him as he starts stringing his punches together through the halfway point of the 5th round. And it's been all Danny Garcia for the last 2 to 3 rounds. Oh, uppercut from Danny Garcia. I mean, what is it? Wow. I mean, it's just, you know, it's really nice seeing Danny Garcia fighting with killer instinct, fighting with that passion that we used to see from him. He sort of lost it, you know, in his past few fights, but you know, he's showing that he cares. He's showing that when he's motivated, he's hell when he's well, and there's no one that can beat Danny Garcia. As Brandon Rios now seems to be rendered, you know, seems to have had his tools taken away from him, isn't able to land the way that he wants to land. And this is going to be a very, very interesting bout as we have 40 seconds left. Danny Garcia cracking him with a left hand, driving Danny Garcia into the rope, driving Brandon Rios into the ropes, and he's wobbling, and Danny Garcia knows that. And I mean, getting in and out, hitting him with just such quick combinations. You know, at some point you got to wonder, should he come out for the 6th round? Should they possibly stop this? As Danny Garcia now is just taking almost complete control of this fight, pot-shotting Brandon Rios. He's a mask of blood, and we have 10 seconds left. Brandon Rios versus Danny Garcia. What an entertaining fight this has been, and Danny Garcia fighting like the Danny Garcia of old. He's exploded. Let's see what the judges say. I'm willing to bet we're going to see some 10-8 rounds for Danny Garcia here. 10-8, just like I said, 10-8. And this is just what they wanted for Danny Garcia coming off of that long layoff. He is up by 12. He's up by 12 points. Oh, and he wobbles and he drops Brandon Rios sets him up with a hard right hand and then drops him with a hard, compact left hand. Brandon Rios has gone down hard. That was a beautiful shot from Danny Garcia. He's really has Brandon Rios. I mean, Brandon Rios is a tough fighter. Brandon Rios is a fighter with a really good chin, and now Danny Garcia is just picking him apart. At some point, you would think that this game would want to stop, and at some point, it's going to become so one-sided. But Danny Garcia still has to watch out just on the off chance that Brandon Rios is dangerous. But I think Danny Garcia feeling pretty confident that he's taken away his tools, he's taken away his ability to do that, and now he's just landing at will. What a nice left hand landed. This has just been an incredible bout. Just an incredible performance from Danny Garcia. And, you know, I got to give Brandon Rios credit. Like I said, for the first 2-3 rounds, he's competitive as anybody out there. But now, you know, Danny Garcia has figured it out. And if I'm Danny Garcia, I go to the body because Timothy Bradley showed that you go to the body enough against Brandon Rios, that could be the kryptonite. Brandon Rios can take shots all night. Oh, and he goes down, and what a hard way to go down. But now he's against the ropes, and Danny Garcia just trying to place and pick his shots really, really, really well. Oh, and he goes to the body. He goes to the body, just like we were saying, just like Timothy Bradley did. And Brandon Rios is down again. And wow, Danny Garcia just just doing everything that he can to just show who he is. What a tremendous performance. Danny Garcia stops Brandon Rios in 6 rounds. You could not have asked for a better comeback fight. He's going to get a lot of talk after this. I'm sure this probably puts the Keith Thurman match in play. I'm sure you're going to hear talk of like Errol Spence. I'm sure you're going to hear talk of Terrence Crawford. All these things. But tonight, Danny Garcia was the man to beat, and wow. What a tremendous performance from him. Let's see what the judges say. The winner's Danny Garcia by knockout. The fight lasted 6 rounds. Garcia was not knocked down. Rios was knocked down 2 times, has a gash over his eye. And this is pretty much the way that I thought that it would go. But man, Brandon Rios, hats off to him. Great effort in the beginning. Danny Garcia up 50-46, 50-44, 48-46. So one judge having it even closer. But ultimately, it was all academic as Danny Garcia just put on a great performance. Thank you so much for watching Boxing Time TV. My name is Evan Jacobs. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share these videos. Please tell your friends. And basically, follow me on Instagram. Direct message me, email me. Let me know fights that you want to see. It's been wonderful showing you this bout. And thank you for tuning in to Boxing Time TV. We'll see you at the fights.